Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Friday, August the 22nd. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in as a guest, or you can use your Facebook or your Twitter account to log in. Today will probably be a pretty short video. One of the more quiet days for me. I only traded three stocks today. And the first one was GPS. Now, GPS Gap, they had earnings today. And that in itself was not enough for me to get excited about the stock. I mean, look, it closed yesterday at 43.23, and it opened, about a dollar higher. So not bad and all. But they also came out with an announcement that they were going to open a number of stores in India. So now, I don't generally listen to the fundamentals. I don't really care that much about it. I don't want to get too influenced. And I guess I did because I thought that this would be the type of day for Gap that it had obviously had good earnings. It gap, pardon the pun, it gapped up like it did. And then I thought that maybe coupled with this news, people would just be kind of excited to own it all day. And so these are 5 minute candles, and you can see that right here, I got one, two, three, four, and on this fifth candle on the pop up, and just over this level, I think the top of this level is, well, it's 45.31. I did jump the gun then, obviously, a little bit because I entered the trade at 45.30, and you take a look at the daily chart and nothing above it. So I thought, okay, it has no room to, it won't be stopped for a technical reason. And a little bit of early success. It got up to 45, 47, and I thought this is it. But you know what? It just didn't do it. And I ended up, I guess obviously I could have scalped it up here, and even as it was coming down, but I exited the trade for a 5 cent loss at 45.25. And for the rest of the day, it really didn't do much. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought maybe that sort of news might propel it, get people more excited. But that was that for that one. The next one was Duke Energy. Now, Duke, again, not a lot of bounce plays still. I only had four today, but Duke was one of them. And actually, Yandex would have worked and TOT would have worked. This one would not have worked. But Duke, I took, and you can see why I was attracted to it or why I got alerted to it. Here are all the down candles, all the red candles down. And so I was alerted to it at 72.70. So right here and right here on this candle. So started watching it, came down. You can see that it put in a bottom here at 72.60, popped back up, didn't take it, put another bottom here, basically the same. Well, this one is at 72.60. This one is at 72.61. So sort of double bottom basically at 72.60 and consolidated a little bit. And then on the rise here, I took it right here at 72.83, just kind of breaking over this candle. By rights, I probably should have waited to 72.89, but it just looked like it had the momentum on its side. And so I took the trade at 72.83. I exited on this candle here. I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to break through the whole number, 73, and it did. And then as it started coming down a little bit, I exited the first half at 73.03. It didn't. It only broke it down to 72.99. Didn't sell. I was thinking about it, thinking, well, maybe it's just going to collapse again. But it didn't, and it rode up to 73.15, down to 73.04. But here is the area, and somebody asked me, yeah, well, I ended up selling it on this candle here at 73.07. And somebody said I had a lot of patience. And, this was obviously a big consolidation area. I mean, 73.16 to 73.07 is peanuts for a $73 stock. And as I've said in the past, in some past videos, I have no problem holding a stock forever, as long as I'm up on it and it's consolidating like this. Like, why should I sell it? I mean, you never know. It could have done something like this when I still had it and run. It didn't, but there's really no reason to sell it. And so I just held it because, again, you'd be awfully upset if you sold the stock at a boredom here and then later on, it did something like this and it kept running because there's really no reason to sell it. So, but I did end up selling at 73.07. So not a bad on a day that I did not see a lot of follow throughs on the bounce plays. This one did work for me. And the last one was CRM, and that was a bit of a risky one. Now it came in my old custom at 60.74. I got the alert right this candle here. So the time was 12:32. So I'm sure this is going to, yeah, there it is, 12:32. So on this candle here, I received the alert, and so I decided to take the trade at 60.82. I apologize. It's a little bit difficult to see here, but I was worried that it was going to get stalled. Now this stock had earnings also, and you can see. I mean, here it was $55, so nice $5 rise by it, and I was wondering if it was going to be able to make it through the whole number of 61, and on this candle here, not be able to see it, but doggone it. Okay, on this candle. Uh, Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just click on the. Okay, this candle, you see the high was 61.01, and I think the candle previous to it was 61.01 also. And so on this one, when it didn't make it through, I sold some at 69. Sorry, it's the first one. I'm just going to consult my notes here at 60.96. And then on this candle here, it looked like, okay, we're away, but then we had the sell off, and I was very fortunate to sell at 60.80. So I took a 2-cent loss on the last half and a 14-cent gain on the first half. So nothing spectacular, but again, if I look at the daily chart here, well, it had some room, obviously, maybe up to 61.93 or up here 64. Not that it would have done this all day, but it didn't look on a technical level that it would get stuck. So, and in fact, obviously, when it broke, this was the level that we were, in fact, right here, I'm sorry, at 61.83, and the high here is a 61.01. So yeah, we did have some room on a technical basis. So that's why I took the trade. Somebody said, well, you really like these ones that are, already up a lot. Well, I wouldn't have looked at it except for my old custom that does still give me some really nice trades. And I take it again. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money on it, but I would certainly take it again. That the setup was okay for a momentum play. So that's it. Not very exciting today. Hopefully it'll be a lot better.